What's up guys, I'm Jesse from Mold the Maker, and today we're turning the back of our shop into our office. So this is the office, come check it out. So we built this office in the back third of the shop. This is where we do a lot of our editing. This is where we do a lot of our social media stuff, videography stuff, everything like that. And we needed this space in the shop to do it. So we ended up taking about 1/3 of it. It is about a little over 600 square feet. And let's go through what we did to actually build this. So the first thing we did was we built this wall. Now this wall is what divides the shop to the office. They're 16-inch studs all the way across, just like a normal exterior wall or anything like that. We drywalled it, and then this is an insulated as well. Since the shop does not we're not worried about the heat in there as much as we are in here, or in the summertime, we'll be worried more about keeping this cool than we will the shop, because we can just open up the big garage door. So we started by building this, and we connected it to one of the trusses up above. The next step in the process was to frame out and drywall all the walls. So we took 2x4s and we actually screwed the 2x4s to the metal framing of the shop. And then we also built a free floating wall that we attached over here. Now this wall is also free floating, but we attached it to the outside exterior. Now the front and the back walls only had 1.5 inch metal, compared to the sides that have 4-inch metal beams. These ones only have a 2-inch metal beam. So we decided to do it free floating and then attach it to the metal of the shop. Now we have power throughout the entire office. Obviously that's something that is absolutely necessary. Now what we did was we have this wall, and this wall is on one circuit, this wall and this free floating wall is on another circuit. Then we also have the lights on another one, and then we decided to be extra prepared on different things. So we have power that's ran actually to the back and outside that we prepared, because we want to have an AC unit that will be on the outside of the shop up here. That way we can keep cool in the summer and warm in the winter. So it'll be a double unit. So we're looking at that, and hopefully we can install that later this year. We also have extra power up top. Now we left it up, and it is controlled by that switch over there. Now that is going to be for 2 vents in case we want to smoke cigars in here, because that's something that we do enjoy. We wanted to make sure we can put in some vents and pipe out as much smoke as possible to keep this not smelling like a complete cigar lounge if we do it enough. So that's one thing that we also made sure we were extra prepared on, and that is just for future stuff. It's up there. If we want to do it, we can. If we don't want to, we'll just leave it up there. It's no harm, no foul. After framing it, we put all the insulation in. We used a lot of the insulation that came with the kit, and then for this additional wall, we want to make sure that we didn't run out of insulation that they gave us, and it was just easier to buy the rolls of insulation for this wall that has the 16-inch studs, because then we could just unroll the insulation, staple it on, and keep moving. So this wall is all insulated, and every other wall is insulated as well. After we drywalled, we textured, we painted, and then it was time to put in the ceiling. Now this is a floating ceiling. We had it drop down about 1 foot. So instead of 11-foot ceilings, this is about a 10-foot ceiling. Now for an office, it's awesome because it feels really big. It feels open. You don't feel like you're crammed down with an 8-foot ceiling. And so we love it. Now these LED lights are really cool. They actually have 2 little clips on the sides that just attach to the foam tile pieces that go in the floating ceiling. It was really easy to put up. It made life a lot easier than trying to figure out how we're going to drywall the ceiling or just leave it open. This looks a lot better and cleaner, and it actually feels like an office and a room rather than a shop. We also added this ceiling fan. Now this ceiling fan is cool. It goes both ways, both directions. So it can cool down, but then also in the winter you can spin it backwards, which will actually disperse the heat throughout the room. After we did the ceiling, it was time to do the flooring. Now this flooring is just a laminate flooring. We put it through we put a vapor barrier underneath, and then just did laminate throughout the whole thing. It's very easy. I've done laminate before. It didn't take very long. It took maybe 3-4 hours to complete. And then it was time to just add the trim to help hold it down in place. We put trim around the doors, we put trim around all the baseboards. We painted those black to kind of match the feel of the room, but also to match the ceiling above. Now, some things we really needed and wanted in our office, obviously desks. We have 4 desks. We have a photo desk and then 1 desk for all of us that work in here daily. Now, these lockers we got from a local school. They were $15, but this allows us to put our jackets in the winter, extra snow boots, anything like that, and then cleaning supplies as well. This just really helps keep us organized, but also keeps clutter away as we work, and we try to keep everything as clean as possible. We also have a dog cage for my dogs so they can be in here in their kennel. They actually love it. I didn't realize how big it was when I bought it. It's absolutely massive. Should have known there's actually a Mastiff on the box, but whatever. Yeah, so that's their kennel, and it's just in the office. Now, if we don't want to sit at our desks, we have a living room area. So we have 2 chairs and a couch, and then a TV that we can either play our YouTube videos on, whether we want to make sure that they're in high quality, or you know, just TV in general. Now, a lot of this furniture we just either bought off of Amazon, we got from classifieds, or Wayfair, stuff like that. We bought all these as a set. We really like these, just some simple bookcases to hold books, to hold humidor for cigars, stuff like that. So this is kind of the vibe that we wanted to make sure that we're relaxed in here and that we have a good environment to not only work, but also enjoy what we do. Now, we put a couple cabinets in for some storage. We have a butcher block top on the top of the cabinets. We have some coffee, microwave, some simple stuff that in a shop where we don't have running water, but we do have electricity that we can figure out. Now, this is one thing that we bought because we don't have running water, is a water dispenser that you can just get the big jugs from Home Depot and fill it in, and then we also have an ice maker as well. We have a fridge and a cooler, or a fridge and a freezer for snacks, drinks like that, because if we're out here, we don't want to be running inside. Even if it's not that far, it does get annoying to have to run to get whatever drinks and stuff you want. Now, over here is our photography area. We store all our camera gear. We have a light box, lights, reflectors, glides, gimbals, everything like that we need. We kind of just keep in this area for now. I just decided to buy an extra desk so that way they all match for anything future as we grow, that we have it already in case, you know, we want to keep the same vibe and style throughout the entire office. And this is the office. It's been a blast to build. It's extremely fun to be out in an office space or in a room that you actually spend a ton of time putting work into. And you know, for us, we spend 60-70% of our time in the office editing, doing marketing stuff, doing YouTube, social media, all that jazz. So it has been a blast to actually do this part of the shop build. Now, our shop build is coming up soon, so make sure you check out the rest of our channel, the exterior, how we built the metal shop, but also how we're gonna finish the inside of the shop. That's coming out soon. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, and check us out on Instagram as well under Mullen the Maker for daily content. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.